Hello and welcome to the show. We're back on BeamNG Drive with 3 more vehicles taking on our American Descent Rally. And we start with the DSC Boar. This is a little single-seater, amazingly fast, well, circuit racer, essentially. We're going to be taking rallying. Now, unfortunately, I can't change the wheels to anything, so it does not have proper rally tyres. It is a rather old mod by now, while it does all work and everything. I'm not quite sure how the tyres are all going to interact with the terrain, etc. I gave it a brief, quick test, and it seems like it's going to be at least drivable. It might not just have the ultimate grip of some of the cars that we have seen go down here. It's going to be quite oversteery, I fear. It's quite over. We've gone somewhere we've never gone before in a car on this course, and now we're bugging it up. Okay, it's it's very oversteery. I want a mighty wing, definitely. It is a very, very quick vehicle, this. There is no doubt about it. It is a very, very quick vehicle. As we come up over Panorama, things have gone wrong. I mean, when things go wrong with this car, they do go spectacularly wrong. Okay, Panorama, we are a little bit carefuler across. How are the kilowatt jumps going to fare? Oh, not good. Not good. Not good at all. Ouch. It's a poorly... It's kind of a poorly looking canoe, to be honest, after that. It does kind of get pinged around a little bit. Christ, that was close, and that's about to have a really, really big wobbly spin. Not a big wobbly crash. Surprisingly, it wasn't a big wobbly crash. It was just a wobbly spin. I mean, in the grand scheme of wobbly shenanigans, I think a wobbly spin is not too bad, really. We land the kilowatt jumps, and that is a case of the car is going to ping in a direction. What direction, I don't know. You just hope it's the direction of travel that you want to be going in. That's too much oversteer again. I mean, okay, maybe not go across that part. I was about to say there was an impressive amount of kind of grip holding on to the mountain, sort of Skyrim horse levels, and then everything exploded. So far, all of that suspension is looking okay here as we head into the next hairpin. And I've done the same thing again. It's twice now. It's twice on the X of that hairpin. Everything's been looking fine. I thought I was being gentle enough with the throttle, and just snap, and up a mountain you go. It is safe to say the Bora hasn't actually had that much in terms of spectacular crashes. This is one of those cars that is very quick, but most of the crashes actually come from kind of mundane spins rather than the really big spectacular offs. Now, I guess that is helped by the brakes. It's getting stopped from 70 miles an hour into Hammond's hairpin. Late on the brakes, it do a really good job of getting slowed down there. Now, up towards the kilowatt jumps, where we cannot really take any speed. Across Panorama we go. Easy does it over the kilowatt jump, or first part of kilowatt jump. Second part, we're not actually going fast enough to get any airtime, so it's kind of just a crest. And then the rest of this is now don't be a moron with the throttle. Don't be a lunatic with the throttle. I mean, I could keep it in third, but I think we might struggle to get some power down at all out of this corner in third. It would be at a very wonky point in the rev range. I will go for third through Sebring, though. It's very, very bumpy there. Now we should be able to unleash some of the performance in the bore up towards another hairpin. A little bit of wiggling under braking, which is less than ideal. I have a feeling we might have done another shock absorber, but I'm not sure. It's not driving too badly through those final couple of corners. The bump through Don't Cut is not nice. It's across the line. It was only about 70 or so miles an hour across the line. Yeah, you can't put the power down because it's just not the traction or the grip, and we have impaled ourselves on a caravan. Bora! Can we move at all? No, you have very much been defeated by a caravan right there. Yeah, I mean, it's not easy to drive down that course. It is very light. It is very, very tail happy, and doesn't really have proper off-road tyres. So combine all of that together, and it is a little bit of a difficult bugger. I do think, though, it might still go pretty fast with the acceleration that you can get out of this car. It's some sizable speed. Okay, it hasn't got the traction in all places, but it was going at pretty good speeds in various places, maybe not quite across the line. and the brakes were pretty solid. Up next, we have got a monster truck. Yes, this is the CRD monster truck. I wasn't sure it was going to fit on our start line. Thankfully, it does. Only just. Only just. But there we go. Yeah. A monster truck is going to go down here. It is all-wheel drive, immensely powerful. Doesn't have a huge top speed, although that's less important down here. It's also all-wheel steer. Big off-road tyres. I mean, in terms of the... Is it suitable to the course? Kind of. But I mean, that was the concern I had that has been immediately realised. Is it suitable to the course? Yes. Does it drive very strangely? Also, yes. Also, yes. Also, oh, we're going to slide on another one, aren't we? Oh, poor monster truck. And pop. Oh, we've broken more of the... I mean, this has nearly rolled its way to the finish line with little input from me. I think one of the wheels actually still spins. Yep, we're just tearing the body apart with a wheel that somehow still works. Not a great start, I'll be honest here. Okay, perhaps a little slower, a little bit more caution would not be a bad idea with the monster truck. Maybe, yeah, just a smidge more care around these corners. Oh, no, that's way too much speed as well. I don't know why I was expecting to have more grip, but I certainly was expecting to have more grip. We've separated the rear axle from just about everything. However, like the truck frame is set on the rear axle. It's still connected by like the drive shaft or something. But all of the shocks are gone. That's not a good... The mechanic would have a field day if I brought this back, I fear. Oh, now we lost rear drive. That's probably for the best. Oh, there we go. It's fine. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Some duct tape will fix it, I am sure. Now, we should be relatively good up over panorama and across the kilowatt jumps, in theory. Oh, not got turned enough. Whee! We're going to do a little bit of a break dance. Oh, that snapped off the front wheel pretty cleanly. That's now snapped off the other front wheel and all the front axle fairly cleanly still. It bounces and twists very well, I will give it that much. Oh, I've still got steering because I still use rear wheel steer, although not great steering, I'll be honest. It's not quite where I wanted you to go, monster truck. No, I think it's done for. And while it should have more than enough sort of suspension travel, if you like, to deal with bumps and to deal with crests, its giant size, and perhaps in some ways the unique handling characteristics, shall we say, of a rear-wheel steer vehicle do not make it easy! Oh dear. We've only ever had 2 vehicles roll at that corner. That was the trophy truck last week, and the monster truck this week. Now, we could probably actually drag this back over again. Oh, come on! We've dragged it over a cliff. Nope. We've not dragged it back over. Safe to say, we have... Oh, I mean, we have actually now dragged it back over again. If we could... Oh, smacked ourselves with our wheel. Is there a gear in there? No, I think that's pretty stuck. No, there we go. But it really doesn't die, this thing. I'll be honest, this was always going to end badly when I turn into that corner. Sorry, monster truck. Can we go for all 4 wheels off at once? I mean, we've got both axles. Oh no, well, the rear axle's still just about connected. Kilowatt jumps. Oh, we're wide on the way in. Oh, we're wide on the way in. We've snapped the rear axle across there. Oh, actually, I think we lost a front disc on the way over that. Yeah, I think we lost the entire front disc as well as the wheel. Oh, everything's... And there's a lot of bits in this stream, I'm going to be honest. There's a lot of monster truck bits in the stream. I think there's a disc... But I think that's one of the brake discs sat by the cab. Never a good thing when you can look out of the driver's side window and see one of your brake discs on the floor. Slow down for the hairpin. Hope that the 4-wheel steer will help us out here. It kind of does a little bit. We were a tad wide on the exit, got away because there was a rock in the way. We shouldn't have any problems through Sebring. That should be plain sailing, although we might have some problems on the exit. It's a new one. Oh, Yeah, trying to get the car out of the ditch. And the sort of steering lock required meant when it hit a bump, we were so committed to steering, it found some grip when it's up on its side and just pulls it over, and that's that. Well, I did always think this was likely to go one of two ways. It was either going to be really easy or really difficult to drive down this course. And this is kind of leaning towards the difficult. Difficult to drive. Oh, please stop, please stop, please stop, thank you. It's of course got very good suspension for dealing with bumps, that's fine, but it's not quite got the grip or control. There's a little bit of experience with me driving this style of vehicle, this all-wheel steer style of vehicle. It's also very wide. Very wide on a course like this is not good, especially when the edge of the road is dangerous, and the edge of the road can pick the truck up onto its side, and then if you're already committed to steering, you'll fall over. So, yeah, I mean, it's barely wide enough there for a vehicle. I mean, it's wide enough for the monster truck, but that's it. That's all you've got. We were better through the hairpin there that time. Around through Sebring we go. Should be no problem. Now, we're not in the ditch on the exit, although we are crabbing around a little bit. Jump. Oh, when you go on those brakes, it doesn't half jiggle around. That's a slightly concerning sight, I'm going to be honest. Oh, come on, monster truck. Please turn, please turn, please turn. The problem is I can't actually even get the back end moving around in this if I wanted to. It just doesn't really go. We are through. Don't cut. Now I've got to run up towards the line. It is across the finish line in spectacular fashion and murder the caravan. And it actually still works. Perfect. Oh, the debris is going to chew that up. No! The debris chewed up the wheel. Oh, we've got one wheel left on our monster truck. I knew me trying to thread it through there at full speed was never really going to work, so I just aimed the truck as best I could and didn't care if we lost some wheels on the way past the finish line. Oh, but no, I should have probably manually pulled that debris free of the truck rather than trying to spin and go, because I would have liked my two-wheeled truck. I don't know what it's caught on. What are you caught on, bit of debris? Are you now free? Sad days. Oh, well, that's not gone well. Perfect. The monster truck summed up in one picture / video / frame. Well done, me. Our third and final race car for the day is the Miramar Z Coupe. A really rather cool race vehicle, and it's the first vehicle of the day to actually have the proper control wheels and tyres on it. The monster truck and the borer unable to. You can't really do much with the monster truck at the end of the day, but this has got the normal control wheels and tyres, etc. It does suffer a little bit from the Forza body kit syndrome because the tyres it's supposed to got are considerably wider, so it looks a little bit weird like this. But these tyres will be good for grip on a rally road, which is kind of important. Especially we're going to need all the help we can get, with it being rear-wheel drive and a pretty damn ludicrous machine, although it might be a little bit more normal to drive than the monster truck. It's also unbelievably noisy. It's a good sound, though. It is a good sound from this. Oh, panic. Okay, we can be a little bit later on the brakes there. Oh, bit of understeer going on. Quite a bit of understeer, in fact, going on through all of that. We can get some good speed up towards Panorama, although again, still a fair bit of understeer going on. I got to twitch over Panorama. We might not save this. Oh, we might. Oh, no, we're not. Damn it, I saved the difficult bit. I thought we were good to go and stuck my foot down, and then even in third gear, it was still happy to spin the wheels up. Oh, well, I mean, we've saved it from falling further down the Bolide stream. However, it is a little bit poorly. There is a lot more grip in this than there is kind of any right to be in many ways. I mean, it really is surprisingly grippy. Sebring the understeer. Oh, yeah. Okay. I mean, I was kind of experimenting to see what I could do. I was really throwing the car around there. The kind of understeer in the way into Sebring is a little bit difficult because I tend to actually want the car sliding through there to kind of mitigate the bumps, and we didn't quite get the slide going on until the exit, in which case it was already kind of too committed and went round in a circle. The suspension stood up well to it. I mean, the boot's flapping around, but of all of the things to be broken, the boot flapping around is okay. We bounce our way through Sebring, up towards the final of the hairpins. I mean, that's quite brave under brakes. That's too brave under brakes. I've saved it, but we were too deep. Yeah, that was quite brave. But I thought we might get away with it because the brakes are very good on this car. I think I locked it up a little bit, and that did not help matters. Oh, it's going to wiggle up towards panorama. We're fine. Oh, no, we're not fine over there. We're not fine over there. No. Sorry. Sorry, Miramar. You are squished. I do have to say, I really quite like this car. We might be a long way outside of its comfort zone. However, it is surprising me even still. It's not the most ludicrously fast car we've had down here. We're also going to get into trouble. Hammond's hairpin just brought that one up in time to get a... It's kind of a late apex we got there, but it's still plenty of speed on the exit. Yeah, it's not the fastest accelerating car of all time we have had down here, but it's nice accessible speed, and again, despite being a road-going race car, this does remarkably well in terms of the bumps, the jumps, the crests, and the traction demands that we are putting on the vehicle. It's kind of got the right amount of power to be fast, but not be a lunatic death machine in terms of wheel spin, and still be able to accelerate with some of the quicker cars. It can use its power a lot easier. Sebring is probably going to be a little bit... Yeah, Sebring's a little bit problematic for the Miramar. I might have got into trouble. No, we have got that hairpin actually okay. We're a little bit on the inside for the corner, but I think there might be less bumps down there. Either way, I'm okay. We made it. Don't cut to go. We bounce around a little bit. We're probably not going to like the mud there, as we will accelerate up towards the line. It's not very fast across the line for the Miramar. It just doesn't have the power that we have seen from quite a few cars that go down here, which is fair enough and to be expected. Barely even got a good enough hit on that. I don't think that was a Caravan, a finish line worthy hit actually. Let's go and set you. Let's go for a little bit more of a run up. Come on, Miramar. Oh, it's a little bit wonky on the old suspension. The Caravan hit has done a fair bit of damage to the Miramar. Right, here we go. We're going to try and see through all the smoke and the steering that's pulling quite badly to the left. I think the Caravan doesn't really care about the Miramar. Caravan does not care one bit. We've knocked the aircon box off, and we've knocked the table out. How will they possibly consume their dinner without the table? Yeah, fun car though. Really, really very, very good fun car to drive, this one. So, on to the leaderboards, and the DSC Bora will become the second fastest rear-wheel drive car. It goes into a 5th place, a 1 minute 9.6. A very, very good time, actually, for a vehicle down here. While I do think, being a slightly older mod, it might be acting a little bit strangely to the dirt. That's probably quite comparable to what it would be like if it actually had proper rally tyres. So I think it is fair. Very quick accelerating, very quick through the corners if you get things right. We do have to go a little bit further down to find the other vehicle today. The Miramar Z Coupe is into a 24th place. A pretty respectable time of 16.7. I really like it. I think it's a very, very nice car to drive. Ultimately, perhaps doesn't have the acceleration. Russia doesn't have the overall grip to really, really compete. However, it is a lot of fun. So the bonus points for that. The monster truck is down in 31st place, a 119.1. It is just a bit too unwieldy. Yeah, it's got big off-road suspension. Yeah, the bumps don't really phase it too much, but the all-wheel steer, the general size of it, put it all together is a bit weird to drive and very unwieldy on a very narrow, very technical course. That, though, is going to be it for this video. As ever, I shall link all the mods used in the description, so you can download them, have a go with them yourself. But that'll be it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.